Hey everybody, I'm back. It's actually been a few days since I've done any recording, but basically when we last left off, I was gathering up the materials to finish off my iron golem farm here, but the thing about it is that basically, I figured that it was actually too close to, my dinosaur park to basically allow me to go AFK safely without putting my dinosaurs in jeopardy. So I basically moved it all the way over here so that basically it would be much safer. And what the heck? This has been happening a lot, but somehow or another, an iron golem basically keeps sometimes the iron golem basically just appears here on the side. I have no idea if he spawns in like this or how he's able to get this far, because it really doesn't seem all that possible. Anyways, when stuff like this happens, it completely throws off the production of my iron farm. But as you saw earlier, one of them did just drop down as in the interim, so let's just see about getting rid of him, shall we? That's better. Now, basically, I've pretty much finished this and its twin up there in the sky, basically on Sunday morning, and I've basically been AFKing on this world for the last 2 days. So, let's see here, and... Holy shit! Oh my god, it's already produced an entire double chest full of iron ingots. This thing is excellent. And the thing about it is, I'd say that 2 days is pretty much quite a long time, so the thing that I'm going to do is that I'm basically, eventually, when I feel comfortable moving this thing back closer to home, I'm definitely going to add a third one up above, and I'm probably going to add a fourth one down below, in order to increase iron production to be as quick and as productive as possible. But the thing about it is that right now I want to just see about decorating these two guys, because as I basically mentioned before, right now they kind of look like drones, you know, basically these basically would be like the turbines for the propellers and whatnot that meant to carry these things, but I want to retrofit them to look more like UFOs. So I basically think that once I have the right materials, I'll basically kind of give them more of a saucer shape, and I want to basically make these things look like engines, that they're giving off some kind of alien energy that's propelling these things from the sky. And I decided that I wanted to use a combination of both green and yellow glass in order to get that. So basically, for the time being, I am going to have to make a couple of farms that are basically going to have to be in production while I basically see about letting this thing collect more iron for me. And I'm definitely going to have to move some of that iron into a chest, or maybe basically make some double blocks out of it. I feel like I can get rid of these poppies because they were just going up the system, so let them fall into the lava. Oh, speaking of which, that's something pretty cool that I'd like to show off. Basically, you guys know how I'm wearing Ghidorah armor with fire resistance? Well, let's put that to the test, shall we? I just completely fell through the lava, and I'm on fire right now. I don't even feel it. This armor is so friggin' powerful. Literally, I can't be burned. I could literally fly through the nether and not take any damage. And here's something that I'm really impressed with. Basically, I added feather falling to my armors in order to basically prevent me from taking fall damage if the monsters happen to kick me. Well, check this out. Yep. Didn't even feel it. I'm completely invincible as I'm wearing these armors, and I'm just now starting to realize that that's the case. So anyways, the point of what I'm going to be doing with this recording is that I'm going to go around... The thing that I'm going to need to basically, make a whole lot of green and yellow glass, so I'm going to make some farms, automated farms that are dedicated to harvesting the materials. Now, I'm going to need a lot of sand, I'm going to need a lot of cactus. I got a little bit of a cactus farm going back over in my compound, but the first thing that I'm going to need is a sunflower. And I'm just going to go over here, I'm going to check this chest right here. Yay, I have sticks. Good. And I have string, because I'm going to need... You know what? Let's go ahead and just make these, like, real quick. I'm going to need 4. Yeah, 4 should do it. I'm going to need 4 bows. And I'm going to need cobblestone. And I'm pretty sure that I'm also going to need, like, redstone dust. But first things first, I'm going to go get me a sunflower. And I know exactly where I can go for one. This is where I fought good old Giddles, old King Gold. Beautiful horses and beautiful sunflowers. I love it. I knew that basically this place would come in handy, so I don't have any bone meal on me, so I'll just pick one. Thing about it is, I'm pretty sure that I have a sunflower back in my compound, but I'm pretty sure that I just wanted to basically, like, have to gather it myself, so now we can head back home. And I'm going to need repeaters, and I'm going to need redstone torches. Fortunately, I should have some of those squared away somewhere. I feel like I'm moving a little too quickly across the ground. Does anybody else feel like that? Good. And I've even made some comparators, too. I'm gonna need to use those later once I get into, like, I think a swamp business. But right now, I'm pretty sure that I only need repeaters. So, I'm just gonna take this redstone. Let's see, how many torches do I need? I need 4 by themselves, but I need at least 3 repeaters, so I think that I might actually have enough. Huh. Now, if I could just remember how to make repeaters, because... Did they use stone or did they use cobblestone? Let's find out. Let's find out. Yep, so 3 repeaters and 4 torches left over. So, okay, and I'm also going to need a lever, so make sure that I remember to get that before I leave. I'll probably just take 1 stick with me. Right, now let's go see about finding my cobblestone. If I even have any, because when you use a silk pick, or you use an unbreakable silk touch pickaxe, cobblestone is just one of the things that you don't think about. Aha! This ought to be enough. So, I've got that, and how the bloody hell did you two get in here? I don't really have any extra sand on me, but I think I'll just harvest these cactus so I can give you basically a general idea of what it is that I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to need to build myself a cactus farm as well. And look, told you I had a sunflower waiting. Oh yeah, that's right, I need bone meal. Oh well, I'll just wait till the sun goes down. Huh, seems like I only lost 1 cacti. Anyway, I'll just keep on going around until I find the farm. That's where the farm used to be. Eventually, I'll probably move it back here. Maybe I won't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I like to keep people guessing, you know? Whew. Watch how I never find it again. I almost went right past it. Alright, first things first, I'm going to make myself a lever. And now, I'm going to see about making a few dispensers. These are droppers, so... Yep. But I need dispensers. And the thing about it is, you gotta be careful, because you can't just basically go willy-nilly, because you gotta make sure you put the bows in there, or else you'll end up with the droppers. Now, I don't really use droppers all that much, because I don't know how. I don't know what they basically do, so... Anyways, I'm gonna get some stone out of here, so that I can basically use it to build a machine, because I'm pretty sure that Enderman can't remove regular stone, so I'll probably, like, build it down here. So, make sure you build on a grass block, and, let's see if I remember how to do this. First things first, give myself a little bit of frame of reference here. Okay, so, dot, 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 and then dig these out. For those of you who watch Mumbo Jumbo's channel, you guys probably know exactly what I'm about to start doing. Man, the sun's going down, but I don't need to worry because I've basically got like such broken armor on right now. Alright, we gotta do this like this. We get in like this. Wind it up, and let her go. Alright, so the next part, I'm just gonna do this part real quick. Gonna lay down that block there, and I'm going to... Yep, gonna power that redstone right there. So, okay. Dot, dot, dot. Okay, now I need to get into the center. And you guys are going to hear a lot of obnoxious ticking sounds. Really hope that Captain Hook isn't in my audience. There we go. There we go. There we go. As you can see, once you basically put down the redstone, the dispensers, they basically activate the redstone and you get kind of like a clock working. But because the pulse with the lever is turned down, it's basically preventing the... What am I trying to say? It's basically preventing the current from cycling. So, you put down a repeater, you set it to 4 ticks, and you do that with each one, and then you take your sunflower, you just plop it right down there in the center, and perfect. You have your own little sunflower farm, and I'm basically just going to remove the lever. Yep, you see? That's how it goes. That's how fast the clock works. So, you know what? I'm just going to change it up a bit. So, it's going to... Oh, crud. This is the part where I end up breaking everything. Okay. Just because I basically want the sunflower to be facing me, you know? So, you put the sunflower down in there, and now I've got some hunting to do. Target sighted. Dang it. A meager offering. Thinking about getting rid of Flan's mod, mainly because I'm tired of running into zombies and skeletons that are wearing armor. I don't want you guys to drop that stuff. I want your bodies. As you can see here, I am basically on the hunt for bone meal. I should basically collect some string as well, but I'm an asshole. A a field of sunflowers. Literally right a few feet away. The thing about it is, I don't even need to do what I'm doing. I'm just doing it because I want it to be automated, and I want to show off that I'm basically getting some redstone skill, even though this is a pretty simplistic redstone machine. So, we head on back over. Whoa. Get out of there, sheep. Get out of here, creeper. I just love it when you basically neuter creepers. Who do they think they are, just coming in all silent and blowing up your stuff? And you load that up with bone meal, and then you flip the switch. And boom! You see that? Basically, all that bone meal is getting laid onto the sunflower all at once, and it's producing more sunflowers. So, let's see what we got. Holy shit! That was just like, I don't know, a few seconds, and we've already got 2.5 stacks. And so, basically, if we want to, we can convert that to dandelion yellow, which is what we're going to be using to make our yellow glass. Now, the next farm is actually going to be quite tricky, and I actually don't exactly know how I'm going to do it, but let me see. But there's some sand right here that I can use to demonstrate it. Now, all this is going to be pretty low tech, but by the time that you guys see me again, I'm going to have like a more stable idea of what I'm going to do with this stuff and where I'm going to put it. So, basically speaking, just sort of consider this like a rough draft of what is to come. So, let's see. You know, I think that for simplicity's sake, since this is just going to be a demonstration, let's just leave this in the same area. And I need some water, so just going to go over here, going to fetch a pail of water. Just clear out this area of the grass and whatnot. Oops. Accidentally took out the redstone. Un momento, por favor. Okay, so that should be enough space, and now I'm going to take some glowstone. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Let's keep it pretty simple. I've got 11 cacti, so let's see, I guess 3 across, 2, and then 3 again. How did I get here? Oh. How did I get here? Let's see, 1... 2, the 3. Just make sure that there's like plenty of adequate space here. I think that that's good. And this should be 7. This should be 9. And I guess this will be 12, 10, and 11. So that should basically be enough. Wait a second. I don't have enough to put down all 13. What the heck are you thinking, boy? You see, this is why I really don't like Flan's mod with all the armor that these guys are allowed to have, because they basically can walk around in broad daylight as if they're not undead. Walking around like they own the friggin' place. Alright, I need my string, so... Well, I guess it's time to go kill those spiders, then. they're totally not going to have despawned by the time I get over here. They despawned. Unbelievable. Monsters don't despawn when I need them to despawn, but they basically never stick around when I need them to. But it's okay because I have plenty of string in here. At least, I'm assuming it's going to be plenty. Now, what I'm going to do is, first, I'm going to lay down some sand like this. We get in like this. And basically going to take my cacti. Pop, 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 pop. Now, what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to take your string, and you're going to put it into the face of the pumpkin. That way, basically the string is basically hovering there, completely invisible, but it basically forms a kind of block. So, what you're going to want to do afterwards, you're going to put some string on top of that, and the string is floating in midair. How does it do that? Like I said, this is pretty low-key, old-school Minecraft stuff, but I just basically found out about it, and to me it's fascinating, so... Okay, so this is basically going to be like the basic design of what my cactus farm is going to be like. Thank you, Mumbo Jumbo, for introducing all these cool tricks to me. Like, for those of you who are basically starting out on YouTube, wanting to play Minecraft, and don't exactly know how it is you get attention, like, watch other YouTubers that play Minecraft, get some ideas from them, because, like, basically they can create some pretty amazing stuff, and it might inspire you to basically figure out what you're going to do next, or what you're going to do first, because it's like, seeing that basic style of it made me realize that I could do a whole lot more with this game. So, basically, for those of you who are wondering, the idea is that, according to my research, a cactus grows every 18 minutes. So, basically, within 18 minutes, all of these should basically sprout up by one, and basically, because cacti can't grow in an adjacent block, as soon as basically these cacti double in height, the block of sand that they are basically growing up against will cause that freshly growed bit of cactus to break off. And the idea is that bits of cactus falls down and can be collected here on the ground. Now, I'm still watching some videos in order to get some idea of how to deliver the freshly picked cacti to a storage system. I don't know if I'm going to use hoppers, because I've got plenty of iron for that, or if I'm going to experiment with a kind of water system that pushes them all to one line of hoppers in the center that distributes them in a chest. But basically, this is how I'm going to get my green. That is how I'm going to get all the cactus green that I need. That's going to make not just the green glass, but also the lime green glass that I'm going to use in order to make some kind of alien propulsion system for the villager cells on my iron farms. By the time I'm done with them, they're going to look like engines on a flying saucer. And not only that, but I'm also going to need the cactus green in order to make a whole lot of cultivator vats. Basically speaking, that's one thing that I basically really wanted to make sure that I had more than enough of, the cultivator vats for the Minecraft fossils and archaeology, because they basically require cactus green and buckets, and that can be pretty expensive. So basically, the idea is that when I go to class tomorrow, I'm gonna basically leave this Minecraft world up and running, and I'm gonna AFK throughout my entire day at school. So hopefully, by the time I get back, I'll basically have a lot more of these all lined up and ready to go. But right now, I'm gonna empty out some of these in order to basically see how much is still in the system. I think I'm gonna take about 4 blocks of iron. So. I'm pretty sure that should be what I need, at least for what I'm about to demonstrate right now. I need to figure out something to do with all these poppies. In fact, I think I might cut down a few trees, make myself some chests and a few hoppers in order to build like a second double chest underneath this one, because if just a couple of days fills up that entire chest, then while I'm going to be AFK, that's going to be a lot more iron that I don't want to miss out on. So just to keep that in mind. So I'm going to drop off this string. I don't think I need this stone anymore. Gonna put this cobblestone here just in case I need it later. And now I'm gonna head on back to base, where I'm gonna pick up some materials that I've had lying around and virtually have had no idea what to do with. So let's head on over to the storage room. And down here, yep, I'm going to take a stack of biofossils, and I'm going to take a stack of relic scraps. Now I know I have a lot more than this just scattered all over, but I just don't know where to find them at present. So, didn't I have a crafting table in here? Oh, there it is. I really hope that I have the right recipe for this, so just going to take my iron ingots, going to put them like this. I'm going to take my biofossil and my relic scrap, and I've got them reversed. There we go. That is how you get analyzers. Now you can see why I was so hesitant to build these things all throughout the course of my game, and why I prefer to find them in, like, archaeologists' tents and whatnot, because basically, like, until I basically could secure a steady income of iron, I really don't like using iron all that much, because it's like, it's a precious metal that you don't want to basically, like, go through all too quickly, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, but now that I have a surplus of iron just literally lying around begging to be used, it's finally time. You see, basically the idea of what it is that now that I've got, like, my access to basically, like, all the iron that I could ever need, I'm going to start using a whole lot more iron. And now I've got all these analyzers. I just put down one. Get off of there. I'm going to drop off these ancient fern seeds in Mandy's feeder. We're going to head back over to the iron farm. Although I don't know why I'm bringing the analyzers with me, because it's basically, like, not something that I'm prepared to do. But anyways, I was basically at work the other day, and I started thinking, I need to figure out a way to fill up the visitor center with on my Jurassic Park map, and I'm basically thinking, how am I going to do that, because I really don't know what is in the visitor center. But then I just realized that I'm thinking about it far too complicated, and I'm thinking way too hard on it, and I'm not getting into the spirit of Jurassic Park. So I just need to basically calm down and look for inspiration in basically the most obvious place that I couldn't believe I didn't consider: the book. I was listening to the audiobook, while I was at work the other day, and basically I suddenly realized that, hey, I basically can go in, like, with what is in there. Basically, it was the part talking about, like, the genetics factory that they have inside the visitor center, calling the genetic sequencers, the analyzers, so to speak, hoods, genetic gene sequencers. So, basically now I have an entire stack of hoods. So, that's basically, like, what I'm going to do. I'm basically trying to use Kaijerica as kind of like the factory floor for what stuff that I'm going to use in Jurassic Park before I end up moving it over there. And the thing about it is, I've tested it on another map, and I can, in fact, make a completely automated, super powerful genetics factory machine. Something that will analyze DNA samples and basically move them into the cultivator vats so that they can basically be used to make baby dinosaurs. And I'm going to build it here in Kaijerica, and then eventually I'm going to move it into Jurassic Park. So, anyways, I think I ought to get rid of some of these stacks of poppies. So, just so that the poppies have more places to go. I don't want them basically like gumming up what should belong to, well, iron. So, but first I'm going to cut down a few trees in order to get some wood. You punch the trees to get the wood. You get the wood to build the cabin. Yeah, before I record, somebody remind me to change the lumberjack settings to where it'll take down the entire tree in one swing. So anyway, I think that 5 blocks of wood should be enough. For now, at least. Now, basically, I'm going to take some of the iron, I'm going to make some hoppers, so that way I can basically... First, I'm going to get rid of these poppies. I'm going to basically make some hoppers, so that basically, like, once that top chest fills up, I can now start filling up the bottom chest. So, first, I'm going to need, I think, 64 chests. Chests take about 8 wood each. You need... I think about 2 stacks of wood should do it. Alrighty, I basically have got my 2 stacks of wood, so basically throw that in there. Yep. And, yep. Now, let's line them up. And that is how you get 64 chests. Now, you come on over here, you're going to get 5 irons. Can I help you? Yeah. Right. Don't you just hate it when somebody just taps you on the shoulder wanting to ask you a question, and then they just die by the time you turn around? Some people, they just have no sense of mortality, you know? They just don't understand that their lives could potentially be in danger. Can I help you, sir? He just wants to give me a hug. Oh, and you brought a friend. And you brought a friend of a friend. It's not working, boys. Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? Pitiful. And so, now that I basically collected all the materials that I need, this is how you get 64 hoppers. Boka. So, anyways, I'll get it figured out eventually, but until then, basically, like, I'm just basically going to, like, AFK overnight and throughout the rest of school tomorrow, and I'll get back to you guys when I have a more stable idea of what I am going to do, because when it comes to this cactus farm, I'm not satisfied with just leaving it here like this. I'm basically planning on, ooh, see, it's already producing a cactus, so we can just throw that on top of there. So I actually want to build this underground, but the thing about it is, I want to build it underground closer to my compound area. but that would basically be a self-defeating kind of thing, because it's like, I want to be away from my compound so that my dinosaurs don't accidentally, kill themselves for their own stupidity or something. So, but anyways, basically I will get back to you guys once everything is all squared away. And I can't believe that this thing was just so easy. I mean, I basically have all the yellow that I will ever need. So I'm just going to give this thing the old Navy once over before I basically stop recording to see if everything is working lickety-split here. Whoa, I'm not even on fire. That's how fast I was falling. Yeah, as you can see, I basically have sorry written on the signs here, because the first time I ever built an iron golem farm, that was so many years ago when I was on a friend's server, I felt so bad for the iron golems, because it's like, these guys are meant to protect not just villagers, but you. They're a utility mod. They're kind of like your robot pal that's fun to be with. And yet, I was killing them for the materials that they were made out of. I felt so bad that I literally made it a rule that every single time you use the iron farm, you had to take whatever roses that they dropped and basically replant them as a monument around the iron farm. And by the first few uses, the entire area was covered in roses. And that's how you know how long ago it was that I actually did all that, because these things used to be roses, but now they're poppies. And I hate the fact that they're poppies. I miss the regular rose. I mean, I'm glad that we got the rose bush, but poppies are just so boring. I mean, unless you basically want to like recreate a map recreation of the Wizard of Oz, but who knows? I don't know what people are up to. I don't know what the kids are into these days. I'm not hip. My hip is actually going out, so anyways, I will catch up with you guys once I'm basically ready to show off what has happened. So, I'll see you guys real soon.